Hello, dear children. Namaste and very warm welcome to this super special session. This is Ambika, your biology master teacher, right here on the super amazing platform of Vedantu. Well, guys, so what is it that we are going to be talking about today? Well, you all know winter season and exam season don't really go hand in hand, right? Especially because winters, you know what they are like. You feel very lazy to wake up early in the mornings. Just snuggling in your cozy bed under that blanket feels so good, and you really don't want to get up early in the morning just for the sake of getting into sitting with your books, right? It feels very difficult to do that. But trust me, children, one advantage that I see with having your pre-board season in the winters, which is like the month of December or early Jan, is this. By the time you're going to be appearing for your board exams, which are quite likely to be in the month of March, usually that's how it is, it's going to be beginning of summer in most parts of our country, right? So getting yourself trained right now, self-training yourself right now in the winter season to wake up early in the mornings to study is certainly going to make it a lot easier for you to wake up early in the mornings when it comes to Feb or March. Yes, children, I'm sure you understand what I mean, because that's why we say pre-board season, even if it's a little harder, it's going to be a lot easier for you in the actual board exam. So yes, it's got a lot of psychological thing as well. And this is one positive about the winter season pre-boards that I can think about. And let's get started with a positive quote. The struggle you are in today is definitely developing the strength you need for tomorrow. So children, any challenge that you may be facing today, whatever it may be, I'm not talking about exclusively about studies. It could be anything personally, emotionally, mentally, anything at all that you're feeling today. Don't give up on that yet, because it's only trying and making you a better person to face bigger challenges tomorrow. When I say tomorrow, not literally tomorrow, but certainly when you face bigger challenges sometime in the future, you're certainly going to think back to this day and thank yourself for having been so strong and having been able to overcome all this. Okay, children? Right. So, why is studying in the morning important? That is the very first question. Now, study during the day is, in general, it's been scientifically proven to be better because mostly if you have had a good night's sleep, you're quite likely to wake up in the morning feeling refreshed and energetic to face the rest of the day. Okay, so this has been scientifically proven. If you have got at least 7 to 8 hours of sound sleep, certainly mornings are going to be very good and smooth for you. You feel very calm, you feel very peaceful, and your mind feels very clear. And that's supposed to be the best time of the day to sit down to study. Okay, children? Now, children, but let me tell you one more thing. Although this is what scientific explanations have been given for, I'm a person who honestly believes that no matter what, every individual person has different strengths and weaknesses. I know certain people who don't study during the day at all. There are certain people who study only late in the nights because they think they are completely productive at that point of time. And I know a lot of people who are very productive that way as well. So it's your responsibility to identify what kind of a person you are. But in case you have no idea whether you're a morning person or a night person, I would suggest get started with studying in the mornings, because nothing like using most of your energy in the first half of the day, because in general, second half of the day, you are supposed to be relaxing a little bit further to enable yourself to sleep better during that night. It goes on and on and on like a cycle, and the quality of sleep is going to affect how you feel the next morning as well. Right, children? Okay. Now, as I told you, studying can be very difficult during winter because winter mornings are cozy and difficult to be productive, especially my students in the northern parts of India. I know it can get very difficult for you. Winters might be a little harsh. That way, I think children down south in our country are perhaps a little luckier, relatively luckier in this sense, because not extreme winters are generally faced in the southern parts of India, except for very few places. But that's all right. Anyway, I intend to help all of you guys with these tips. So let us try and look at the 5 habits which help in studying. First of all, even my South Indian children who don't have harsh winters can certainly pay attention, because even if it's not going to be about the winters, I'm sure you will have some takeaways from this. Okay, so yes, cold shower. Cold shower has been scientifically proven to increase the alertness of a person. I have tried this also. Okay, children. So just go ahead. I know the thought of stepping into a cold bath or getting into a cold shower early in the mornings, that too in winter, seems crazy, but actually it is not. Just try it only for the first 1 to 2 minutes. It's going to be difficult. I'm not telling you to wet your head as well. If you can do that, it's fine. But if you are a kind of person who has low immunity and who is likely to fall sick with this, certainly don't do it. So that was my warning to you. If you are a generally normal and healthy person, definitely this is going to only do a lot of good to you. Okay, children. So what are the benefits of a cold shower? In general, cold showers have been proven to increase alertness because it stimulates your immune system. It is also believed to activate the anti-depression hormones, making you feel very good. It frees up your mind, it tightens the skin, and as a result, it reduces hair loss. Overall, you just feel very, very fresh and energetic after about 5 to 10 minutes of a cold shower. Right, children? Okay. So next is oil pulling. I don't know how many of you have heard about this technique called oil pulling. This is a technique that I have been following right from a very young age. I wouldn't say very young, probably I learned about this in my early 20s, probably like late teens or early 20s, when I was about 20, 21 years old. So how exactly do you do it? Well, I'll tell you, children, you need some oil. Okay, generally what I prefer is sesame oil, til ka tel, as we call it in India, right? So sesame oil, sunflower oil, coconut oil, any of these are normally preferred. But generally, as I said, not refined oils, but sesame oils are said to be the most effective. So I'll just underline that here for you. But if you do have access to like really pure, good quality coconut or sunflower oil, not the refined varieties, but the actual fresh varieties of them, virgin oils, certainly go in for them, depending upon what you have a liking for. I know some people may feel a little pukish thinking about this itself. That's exactly what my thought was the first time I heard about this technique a long time back, probably like 10, 12 years back. So what you do is take like 1 tablespoon of an oil of your choice in your mouth, and then keep gargling it inside your mouth. Swish it around in your mouth. Force this oil to touch all your teeth, your gums, your tongue, and all areas of your buccal cavity, your entire mouth. Okay, you don't really have to gargle it into your throat, because we don't want to risk taking it inside your body. Not that it's dangerous or anything, but then what it's basically doing inside your mouth is that it's collecting a lot of toxins. It's pulling a lot of toxic substances from the rest of your body. Okay, so we don't really want to ingest all those toxins and take them straight into our stomach, do we? That is why I say better don't gargle it in your throat, but your actual mouth, your buccal cavity itself. Do this for about 5 to 20 minutes. For a beginner, 5 minutes is okay. Try increasing this. I generally like doing this for about 15 to 20 minutes. Okay. Ideally, this should be performed early in the morning, before your breakfast, on an empty stomach, ideally. But it's all right. I would personally tell you, even if you can't manage to do that, but because for some people, you feel a little pukish, you feel like vomiting when you do things like these on an empty stomach. So if that's the case, it's all right. I would suggest, in order to save time, this is what I do. When you are in the shower, which is generally for about 10 to 20 minutes on an average, do this while you are in the shower itself. So this is automatically happening on one side, and your shower is also happening parallelly. So this is something that you can do. And once you have done this, spit out the oil, okay, and thoroughly brush your teeth and floss as usual. I don't know how many of you floss, but let me add that here. Flossing is also very, very important for very good dental hygiene. Now, children, What are the advantages of this? The advantages of oil pulling, as I have felt it. I know if you Google up, you would find a lot of advantages, but I'm telling you from my personal experience. I'm a person who has been prone to a lot of, easily prone to a lot of respiratory infections. Okay, so acute bronchitis and a lot of other mild respiratory infections, respiratory allergies quite commonly affect me. And as such, I have vocal cord issues as well. Some of my older children would know that. So this technique, and also I have sinusitis as well. When every time I do this exercise of oil pulling, the thing is, I can actually feel a lot cleaner. My upper respiratory tract feels a lot cleaner than it would ever feel with any other exercise. Extra phlegm gets flushed out of my respiratory system, and a lot of toxins get eliminated. Children, one more thing I want to add here. The way to check whether you're doing it right or wrong is at the end of gargling, the swishing the oil inside your mouth, when you are spitting it out, check if that oil, the liquid that you're spitting out, check if it is still oily with a lot of floating oil globules, or if it's completely whitish in color, like a plain watery liquid. Ideally, it should be the second way, the one I said. It shouldn't have any oily appearance once you spit it out. That is when it means that you have done it correctly. You don't really want to do too much of it because your jaws might start paining. So don't do that much, but then ensure that you keep moving it around in your mouth mildly. And another advantage that this exercise would have is that it will really flush the skin cells of your face. I know teenagers face a lot of issues, skin related issues, because adolescence and your hormonal fluctuations are happening. So this technique will ensure that you get a natural glow on your facial skin. This is one other advantage. Another advantage is it helps in maintaining very healthy teeth and gums. It takes a lot of good care of your dental hygiene. Your teeth become whiter also over the time. It's a natural method of teeth whitening as well. Unlike any of those chemical methods, this is said to be, but that is over time for people who do it regularly, that is. Okay, so these are the advantages of oil pulling. Definitely try it out. And this is going to increase your alertness and your overall health as well. Okay, children. So that is oil pulling. Next is acupressure kit. I'm sure all of you would have heard about acupuncture, which is like an age-old ancient massaging technique, which is said to have originated in China, but it's very popular around the world, in different parts of the world these days. So acupressure is very similar to that. The only difference is it doesn't make use of needles, but rather certain objects like what we call these days are available in the form of acupressure kits, which are there like in the form of rollers, which you can use in between your palms or below your feet, and all of those. I think they are easily available online also at a reasonable price as well. Just in case you can afford one, it would be good to do like a few minutes of acupressure massage to yourself for some time in the morning, because this also improves blood circulation in your body, increasing alertness of your brain. Try this out. Now, one tip here I want to add for those of you who don't really want to invest in an acupressure kit, go ahead and do a simple self-massage in your hands and your legs and your shoulders as well, your neck and shoulders. Just try this using 2 fingers. This is something that I always do to myself. Using 2 fingers, just try massaging your neck and your shoulders. Okay, give a little bit of pressure. Of course, the amount of pressure depends on how much you can comfortably tolerate. Don't press too much because you don't want to feel the pain of it. That's not the idea. But the idea is to feel that massage, feel that effect where you can really feel that extra blood flow when you are releasing all of those possible blocks which are there. So try this out. Your neck, your upper back if possible, your shoulders, your hands this way. Okay, each of your fingers, your legs also, your feet, that is. Okay, oil massage is good, but even if you don't want to go in for all that, or you think it's a waste of time, just normal massage sitting at your desk itself would suffice, if not acupressure. Okay, now the next one, exercise. No, I'm not talking about anything major because I know many of you may not be really interested in physical exercise, but it is important to do some sort of simple pranayama, breathing techniques, and simple stretching. Stretching is definitely something that you all can do. Well, I would like to do a separate video on what possible kinds of stretches you can comfortably do, what everyone can do. But that aside, just remember, any complete stretching, or just stretch out your arms, stretch out your legs as soon as you wake up in the morning, and this is sure to make you feel energized. Okay. Then pranayama, of course. There are different forms of pranayama. Practice this at least for 5 minutes once in the morning and for 5 minutes once during the evening before you go to bed. Certainly, it's going to improve the quality of your breathing, which means your brain is going to be a lot more alert. Okay, children? Yes. And now the next one, staying hydrated. Of course, drink necessary amount of water. I know winter season, that is especially why I have mentioned this, winter season, and you are likely to not feel so thirsty all the time, right? So most of the time we commit this mistake of not taking sufficient water because you're like, no, I'm not feeling thirsty, so why should I drink water? But that's not it, children. Even if you are not feeling thirsty, it is important to drink at least about 8 to 10 glasses of water every day. Okay, so do whatever will help you remind. Maybe like you can paste a post-it note or something on your study desk and keep a bottle of water next to you all the time. Maybe like a 1.5 liter bottle or a 2 liter bottle, whatever it is. Make sure in the morning, once you start drinking it, you have emptied that entire bottle by the time you go to bed. Okay, children. So I'm not saying like huge amounts of water at a time, but small sips every few minutes will certainly do the trick. Because this is also important for your brain to remain alert and stay hydrated. Okay, so those are the 5 habits that will definitely help you overcome the lazy winter mornings. And in addition to those, children, remember, we have got amazing fast-track courses to ace your preparations as part of Vedantu Pro subscriptions. Remember to visit the link in the description box below and the pinned comment. And you can apply the coupon code AMBPRO to avail the best discounts in those. And children, if you have found this useful, do not miss out to click on the like button right now and share it with all your friends, be it 10th graders, 12th graders, or anyone else who would love to know about techniques like these. I think adults would also benefit from these. But trust me, children, these are techniques that I have tried and tested myself, and they have worked wonders for me. And some of them I still follow till date, like without a break at all. So certainly do these, not for 1 or 2 days, but try these at least for about 3 to 4 weeks, and then let me know what you think about those. And if there's anything you want to add to it that has worked for you, please post it in the comment section below as well, so that others can also benefit from it. Right, children? And of course, remember to follow me on Instagram as well. Search for Ambika_Vedantu. And you can check out on a lot of amazing posts that we keep putting up there as well on a regular basis. All right, children. So have a happy and safe winter season and a happy and safe pre-board season and an exam season in general. I'll see you in yet another session. Bye-bye.